All right, it's coming to you late Friday, April 26th, 9:30 practically. It's the end of the 0 day here in Damascus, and I'm definitely ready to get back on trail. I just talked to Erica, and I'm definitely, I like zeros for the physical restfulness of them and being able to kind of do a few things that you haven't been able to do, even if it's just as simple as having a good cup of coffee. I like that, but hanging around all day, this is not my style. I definitely want to minimize the zeros. I still think going to trail days will be fine because that's an event and that's an experience, and though I'm sure I'll probably seek refuge from it. Refuge. I think that it's still something good to experience since it's a once-in-a-lifetime kind of thing for me, probably. But, yeah, tonight it was great. We woke up. Compton and Forrest made a big breakfast, and Compton, this has all been kind of Compton's creation. He reached out to the person about getting this lodge room, and he had this vision of mimosas and breakfast in the morning, so we had cinnamon rolls and pancakes and eggs and hash browns. And we hung around and drank a bunch of coffee, probably too much, and then walked to the town of Damascus. I went to a bunch of outfitters and looked around. I picked up a couple postcards for my parents and for Erica. And then we walked over to the grocery store again, did a resupply, walked back to the lodge, drank a little bit, hung out, talked, and then went to the all-you-can-eat Pizza Plus for the pizza buffet. Saw a couple of our fellow compatriots there, Iron Pony, Mountain Calf, and Stormtrooper. Their general vibe seemed a little down, more so I think than our group, but they were going to be hiking out into the rain and somewhat cold. So I don't really blame their reluctance, and the restaurant was just terrible. I mean, the food was all right, and if none of us get sick tonight, it'll be a minor miracle, but I mean, the people who were there were just terribly obese, and it was a place that made me feel like, man, I never want to be like any of these people, but here I am sharing a meal with them, so I feel like I'm sort of like on par. I'm on a certain wavelength with them. And obviously, I don't know, this kind of feeds into my own kind of obsessive compulsive, compensatory behaviors where, I eat a bunch of food and then I want to go do a bunch of work, because there's no point of eating a bunch of food if you're just eating it for pleasure. For me, it's an input-output system. If I'm going to eat 10,000 calories, it's because I'm going to do 10,000 calories worth of work. So being here on 0 day and taking it easy, it's sort of a bittersweet pill for me to swallow, just because, I do enjoy the recovery, but once I feel like my batteries are charged, I'm ready to go. And in fact, I probably should tell Snowbird as much, because I think he probably feels similarly. I certainly don't want to take another 0 before coming back here for trail days. So we'll see how all that kind of shakes out. They say the Appalachian Trail is a roller coaster. You got soaring highs and perilous lows. And each day is kind of a mixture of those two. So it's interesting taking a 0, seeing what a town low and a town high is like. After the restaurant, though, we went to a bar, it was like a brewery, and played darts, which was fun. Me and Nikita versus Snowbird and Forrest. And the game we were playing was so complicated and difficult that we actually ended up just walking away from it at the end of, the better part of 45 minutes, just because it was just so obvious that it was going to take us another hour to actually win. It came down to us. Someone had to hit a bullseye, basically, and just no one could do it. I mean, someone was eventually going to do it out of sheer chance, but, the probability was dwindlingly low. And then we walked back. And Compton seemed to really want to get some beer and drink a little bit. And I was kind of over drinking. I'd had a few beers earlier today and a little bit of whiskey before dinner. And I don't like to get drunk multiple times in a day. I like to feel that feeling once and then kind of have it be over. So at the end of the day, now I'm probably looking forward more so to sleep than anything else. And I'm planning on waking up pretty early tomorrow so I can make the rest of our breakfast so that we can have a good hearty meal before we head out to the trail again. So I didn't play the drinking game. I don't remember what it was called, King's Quarters or Upside Down King, or I don't remember, King Up King. I don't remember what it was called. It was funny to listen to, and I'm sure it was a fun game, and it was funny. My position while they were all playing the game, it was like 4 of them, Compton, Nikita, Forrest, and Pooh Bear, all playing the game. And then I was on the floor, like, going through my backpack and organizing all my things. And then Snowbird was in the bathroom on the sink talking to his girlfriend, which it seems like he spent hours today doing. More power to him. And so once I was finally finished with my backpack and everything, had all my food together and my snacks ready for tomorrow, my bed system ready for tonight, teeth brushed, water drank, vitamin taken, teeth flossed, etc. I was like, you know what? I should give Erica a call. It's Friday night. It's before 10. She's definitely still awake. Should see what she's up to, see how she's doing. So had a 17-minute talk with her. That felt good. She does sound like she's in a good place. She does sound like she's enjoying herself. She has a good system. I think she feels comfortable and confident taking care of the house and the dogs by herself, which makes me happy because, I don't want to feel like I'm doing this any more selfishly than it already obviously is on its face. So that's good to hear that she's doing well and that she isn't lonely or anything like that. So now all that really remains is to decide whether or not I want to take a shower. Probably won't. Why do it? I've been cleaner now, a day dirty, having taken a shower last night, than I have been for like 25 days or something like that. So probably we'll just roll out the bed after I go and figure out what the situation is on the inside and pretty much get ready for sleep. I have a feeling that tonight's going to be a fitful night of sleep for me, which is kind of becoming the trend. You wake up like, I don't even know how many times a night I wake up now, like 6 or 8 or 10, look at my watch, try to figure out how much time has passed since the last time I looked at my watch and make a decision as to whether or not it's too early to wake up. Typically, I don't like to wake up before 6, especially out on trail, but tomorrow, I don't know. If I wake up, I don't want to disturb anybody, and Nikita, I think he'll be sleeping in the living room. I'll probably wake up around 6 and start cooking breakfast, because I think tomorrow the plan is to, have breakfast, get everything together, organized, packed up, cleaned up, thrown away, etc. Side note real quick, I cannot believe how much garbage we've made just being here for a little over 24 hours now. It's really disgusting. If I was ever to become someone who is really concerned with environmentalism, I think it would be focused on the aspect of trash and collection of trash and the way people make consumable items and things like that, plastics, etc. It's just like, it's pretty horrendous, and the fact that it's just normal, it's just hard to believe. So anyway, back to plans for tomorrow. Wake up, have the breakfast, walk to town. The trail goes through Damascus, and I think we do like 1.5 miles of road walking, which will be simple. And I've got some postcards to drop off, and Compton needs to stop at the Outfitters in the town. And I think we're going to do 18-mile day, 16-mile day, something like that, to a campsite a little past a shelter. I don't know which one. And the weather is supposed to be really cooperative. It's supposed to be sunny in the 70s and a pretty nice difference from today. We came into Damascus partly because of the challenge of the 30 miles and just everything was right for us to do it when we decided to. And then an added bonus was that we knew it was going to rain today and it was going to be terrible. And so we got to avoid all the rain, with the exception of a few drops that hit us on the way to and from the store, which are certainly, collateral that can be dealt with considering we still have dry tents and dry rain gear and all that stuff. Speaking of which, I need to go grab my jacket off of the closet door in Snowbird's room. So that's the plan for tomorrow, and that's what happened today. And hopefully one day I'll be in an area where the internet and the Wi-Fi has an upload speed greater than 1 kilobyte a second. And I can actually post some of these clips online because, it's not like I think that there's a huge audience of listeners waiting to hear them, but I don't like having a big backlog because I know every day that goes past that I'm not able to create, or to upload rather, these clips. That's another clip that I'll have to do in conjunction with all the ones I haven't been able to. So, the bigger the backlog, the more I know I'm going to have to do. And it's just going to be, a couple hours of sitting in a spot, hopefully with a cup of coffee, just uploading clips. So I haven't been able to do that really since Standing Bear. And that was I don't even remember what mile that was, but it's been a while. So I look forward to that just so I can get it off my plate. And in the meantime, I'm at the mercy of the universe of Wi-Fi and its availability and consumability. So with that, I need to go in. It's time to stop. It's time to go to bed and relax a little bit more before I go back out and then wish that I was back in. And I probably won't, though. I like being out there. So for now, that's it. That's all she wrote. And I will talk to you again tomorrow. Bye.